Okay, so today we'll be looking at working with object management Docker. We'll be looking at working with the object management Docker, and we'll see how best we can organize our workspace, how best we can arrange stuff. Okay, so let's dive in. We'll be looking majorly at this particular Docker, this objects Docker. When we open it, see page 5. On page 5, we have everything here. This is a mesh view, like I told us last time. See, it is stated there that it is a mesh view. This is also a mesh view. Okay, this is a rectangle, has fountain fill. All right, it's telling you the kind of object you find there. This is a rectangle also um with a solid fill. This one has a solid fill and solid outline and a purple outline. So outlines can only carry a solid color. Do you understand? So that is how it is. For so you can see which one is on top of which. So that if I bring this one here, it's clear that this guy is under the mesh fill. Do you understand? See where it is. But if I take this guy up, this rectangle up, it now appears on top of the mesh fill. Do you get? Now, a good way to do this without coming to this object side to drag and to drag things up and down is to use control page down or control page up. So control page down takes it down. You see, continuous pressing of. You continue clicking. If you continue tapping page down while holding control, it will go down, 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 as you can see in the object docker there. So it's going down, down, down. All right, we're going to bring it up, page up. Okay, but if you want to take it down, like take it down totally, you just hold shift page down and it goes down to the, it's now the last thing here beneath all of them. So you see, it's beneath all of them. All right, so that is how you use page up and page down. Okay, page up and page down. Okay, so you just do this, drag up, or use control page down and control page up to move from one um move from one layer to another. Okay, then you can also rename your stuff. For example, this is a gradient. I'm going to rename it by double clicking. I can rename it RX class gradients. Do you understand? So that if someone else picks up my CorelDRAW file, they will know what is what. You understand? Maybe these gradients belong to different brands, and they will know if I tell them use the RS class gradients, they will know which one is the RS class gradients. Do you understand? So you have all of that here, and you can rename, you can group. Yeah, very important. Once you group these two. This one is far up, this one is far down. If you group them, they come to one layer. Now this is groups of two. You can also rename the group to rectangles. Say colored rectangles. You can do that. So these two, this is the shape they will be in, because that is how they were in relation to each other before you grouped them. All right, so they will maintain that shape as if this is one object. Okay, so the same thing happens here too. If you group these two, see, they become as if it's one object, but they are not one object. You see it here, group of two objects on layer one. This one, colored rectangles on layer one. Colored rectangles is a group of two, is also a group of two objects. Now, how do you ungroup? To ungroup is easy. You do Control U, Control U. When you do Control U, you ungroup. Now notice that after ungrouping, both objects are side by side with each other. You understand? The colored rectangle is directly on top of the purple. Um, the orange rectangle is directly on top of the purple one. So you have that there. Now the purple rectangle has come up after grouping from here to here because you grouped it with something on top. Do you understand? So yeah, that is it. Then there's a concept I want us to grasp now. We are going to talk about power clipping. Okay, so let me go up to page one. I'm using page up and page down to go from one page to another, but to um to arrange objects on in one page. To arrange objects in one page, you use Control page up and page down, or Shift page up and page down. Do you understand? But page up and page down on their own are there for scrolling from one page to another. Okay. Now, when I was creating this design, you saw that I used something I called a power clip. Okay. So let me just duplicate this here. You see that white rectangle inside. It was power clipped into the purple rectangle. So see it here, it even states in the object docker that this is a power clip rectangle. Now inside the power clip, you have the white rectangle. Do you understand? So usually what happens is that I do all my background editing inside a power clip. Then my text will now appear on top. Okay, so um aside from moving scenes on a particular layer up or down, understand? If I move this guy up now, see, okay, sorry, what is this? I'm moving around. Okay, okay, great. So if I move this background up, you see, down, no, not inside the group, just below it, here, just below the group. Okay, so you see how it moves. So aside from having this order, like which one is on top of which one, you also have which one is inside which one, and that's where we have the power clip. Okay, so I do most of my designs, most of my background editing inside the power clip, and then the text on top. You see that? Okay, so that is power clip. Let me bring this out so that I'll show you how a power clip works again, because I know I've shown you before. All right, so just going to make this not to be a frame. Great. So this is the rectangle we want to put inside here. This is going to be a frame by the time we make it, by the time we power clip this inside. So I'm going to right click, power clip inside, then you pick the shape. The shape has to be a shape, not an image. If you pick an image, it won't work. You can also use text. Okay, so bring this guy down, and you have what we did here. Let me show us how to do this in text. So um, let me write clip. Clip. Okay, so clip. I'm going to make this into a thick font. Let me use Achiever. Okay, I'm just zooming in now. So I'll give this, let's work with orange. So I'm going to create an ellipse now. Create an ellipse. Okay, my shapes are automatically taking yellow outline and orange fill because see when no shape is selected, this is orange outline, orange fill, yellow outline. So I need to stop that from happening. I'm going to do this now. I'm just going to come here and click on this no fill. And I'm going to also do the same thing for the outline. Right click and set outline color, no fill. Okay, so that's a set. No, let me keep outline as black so that I can see my shape and choose the color I want to give it. So ellipse tool. Now just do this now. Move this guy up and then give it. Let me give it sand. Or no, let me give it a thick orange. Okay. Then remove the hairline and then right click, power clip inside. See that? See that? So this is this is a power clip. If you come here, you see what is inside. Ellipse. An ellipse is inside. You can work on without going into the power clip. You can work on whatever is inside the power clip. So by coming to the object management tab, so you come here and then you can change colors. You can change the color. Okay. Can do many things here. You can leave it here and even adjust the okay, I've not taught us that one. Let me leave it now. I've not taught us how to apply blend modes. Okay, let me leave that side. Um, okay, you can just change the color. Let me just change the color. Okay, the text is also the text too can still be edited. You can still edit the text. So crop and the fields, the power clip still remains. Do you understand? Okay, so that is it. Then what else? What else? What else? What else? So same thing with this guy. You can change his color. You can change the shape, shrink or reduce while it is inside the power clip. But you cannot just click on this and cannot just click on it from outside the power clip. You have to come to the object tab. Okay. If you want total control, if you want to completely if you want to if you want total control of what you are working on, then I'll suggest you go into the power clip by double clicking and then do all your editing here. Understand? You can have a power clip in a power clip in a power clip in a power clip. Okay, so let me show you this. Carry this power clip, copy, double click this guy, paste, and then power clip this guy inside here. All right, so outside I can see there is a power clip inside a power clip inside a text that is also a power clip. All right, and you can still also edit this guy from out here. Okay, using the objects tab, we can move objects within layers, we can lock and hide. Okay, so this is you've done all of this now and you want to like see how your design will look like if you just temporarily remove some things. So you can hide this. See this eye icon here. This eye icon, you can toggle it to turn off certain shapes or effects. Okay, toggle it, turn off certain shapes or effects. See that? So whatever you're toggling off, just understand that whatever is inside, if it's also a power clip, whatever is inside will be toggled off. Okay, so This is it. Alright. Let's come to the actual design now. So this is a design. I toggle this one off. See, it goes off. I toggle this one off, goes off. Aside from toggling to, you can also lock. So let's say you are working on a project. Let me bring this guy out, duplicate him. Um, I'm also going to remove everything inside by right clicking, frame type, remove frame. So I'm stopping this rectangle from being a frame. Okay, and by stopping from being a frame, I am automatically deleting everything inside. All right, so click on this. Okay, everything disappears. So let's color this white. Um, let's color this white, and then if I have this guy here on top, duplicates. I have this guy here on top, and I want to lock it. Okay, I want to lock this place while I'm editing. Okay, I can lock it from here. I can also lock it from here. So it's locked. Cannot move it. Set directly and have the option to either hide or unlock. Do you understand? So while I'm working, if I zoom in here and I'm doing my work, hmm, I'm working on this. If I want to select, I can click on the white rectangle and select easily without fear of also dragging the rectangle. Do you understand? Can click and hold and drag without fear of also dragging the rectangle. I can add stuff here. Okay, can add things here and give them color. If I have, let's say, multiple stuff here, and I want to select one or two of them, I can do that easily because the background is locked. Then when I am done, I can unlock. Do you understand? So that's what you can do there. Um, I've shown us how to align, how to align. But let's just revisit it. So this guy, everything here. Okay, it's unlocked. I want this stuff to be in the center here, but I don't know where the center is. Okay, I can use my eye, but I might be wrong. So this purple rectangle selected, holding down, and then I'll hold down shift and select the background white rectangle. And then you come to your alignment docker, and then you click on align center horizontally. You see that's aligned. Great. Let's try it with this one. Click on this align. Yes. Now how about top to bottom alignments? Click here, click the rectangle, and then align vertical alignment. Okay. So that is it. You can also align things to each other. So for example, let me break this text now. Control K, broken the text apart. So I can align this rectangle to um this letter O. Okay, so if I click here, align, align, you see that I've aligned it to the center of the letter O. Okay, so why these texts are broken, hmm, I can I can arrange them back after distorting them like this. Just select everything and then come to align bottom, so they are all going to share one base. When I click on this, great, they have one base. Now I want to distribute them evenly. If you check, the space between the letters are not even, so I can come here. This is distribute space horizontally. Place equal space between objects horizontally. So if I click on this, it distributes very well, distributes equally. Yes, the space distributes equally. When you're editing a power clip, when you're working on a power clip, let's focus on this power clip now. So it's a power clip. See, we already there are things inside the power clip. It's basically a power clip of a power clip of a power clip. Alright. So, but let's look at editing this power clip now. It applies to all kinds of power clip. What I'm about to show you, it's not um, it's not restricted to just this kind of power clip. Okay, that you have power clips inside. Um, so this is a rectangle with something inside as a power clip. If you come here, hmm, if you unlock this, you can do this. You can drag the rectangle about. Alright, drag the rectangle about as you want, and the position of the things inside the power clip will not move. Do you understand? Position of the things inside the frame will not move. Okay, so you can do that. You can even stretch, and the things inside the power clip will not stretch. But once you lock it, see, it stretches. You understand? That is that is how it is. If you move it, it also moves once it is locked. Okay. Um, you can, if you want to double click the edit, you can come here, click, and you come inside to edit. It also works with this one too. So if you unlock this and stretch, nothing will happen. But once it is locked, you try to stretch, you are stretching everything inside. Okay, you're stretching everything inside. Same thing applies to the text. So when you go in, you try it, it still be the same thing. Okay, so we have that, and we can go on and on. We have remember, always keep the text layers on top. Always keep the background layer inside the power clip. Okay. Design elements so that you also change their colors often. You change their color, you change their, you want to touch on some of them maybe towards the end of your design. Also keep them on top. Okay. So that is it for that. That is it um for organizing, for working with layers and layer management. All right. Thank you very much.